I don't know why Bob gave him an accent, though.
I was wondering the same thing. I was not going to say anything about it, but I was like, all right, dude, Bob's out
Yeah, I don't
here.
even know what that. I'd like him to be like an English guy. I think that'd be kind of funny. There you go, Mike.
Hey, you know what?
Yeah, just lay your little head down there, Mike. All right. Episode 78. The big 7-8. I got
This is
nothing.
a monumental
for 78.
one.
I got nothing.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, I
Got
got
nothing.
nothing for 78. I'm sure there's plenty. I'm sure there's plenty of good 78s out there. Hello everybody. The boys are back. Bob in Detroit, Mike in Chicago, Jack in Detroit. Coming off of a Chicago weekend. I woke up this morning, or was it yesterday? Woke up yesterday morning and thought the Lions season was down the tube. That sucked. We'll get into that at the end of the podcast today. But now we're back. I was also dead big noodle vibes yesterday. Fucking as noodly as they come yesterday. And it's good to feel better on a Tuesday. And I think it helps seeing your smiling faces. How we doing? How the boys doing?
Oh, we're doing good, dude.
Yeah?
Yesterday, yesterday borderline top 5 days I've had in a long time. So I can't be mad about anything. I mean, do I have to get into it?
You don't have to get into it, but I'd like to hear, because I thought we had a pretty good weekend. I thought we had a great Saturday. So for you to say that, that kind of blows my mind a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe not top 5 in terms of just purely eventful. But I woke up yesterday very panic stricken, anxiety, I couldn't stay asleep. I woke up at 5. For one, I was still kind of hungover. Secondly, I was just my mind was in 1,000 different spots.
You had the scaries.
I didn't have the scaries. I had more than just the scaries. So my dad had surgery yesterday, which obviously that always gets pulled into your head. It was the first day as the new position at my job, so I was kind of nervous about all that. Some other little stuff going on with with some things, Bob. I'm sure you know. All of them were just kind of very, I don't know what the fuck is going on with my life type of thing.
Yeah.
And then come around 12 o'clock, I get a text message that my dad's out of surgery, healthy, doing good. He can't feel his toes yet, but he's doing good.
He had the hip, for people that don't know.
Oh, yeah. He had his other hip replaced, so he's got 2 new hips. He's a bionic man.
Yep. He's a German Shepherd. He's now he's a brand new German Shepherd. He's going to be flying around the yard.
Yeah. And then my boss comes in and tells me how much my raise is going to be. And I got what I wanted. So that was really exciting, that I was just kind of happy about that. And then, some personal things. I just got a couple answers that I was really looking for, instead of the usual disappointment that I get in terms of a lot of these things. And my whole day just turned around and everything was just so decent. You know what I mean? I came home, I was just happy, for fucking
You're
once.
vibing now.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
A Mikey Monday for the ages. We should have just recorded yesterday.
No shit, dude. I might have got on here naked.
We should have taken to a solo episode, 40 minutes of just you guys and Mike. See what happens.
I mean, I could have talked forever. It was great.
Well, that's good, brother. We're happy for you. I'm sure the people are happy too. It's always good to, even if it's not you having the good day, somebody's good day can make your day better. So
yeah, for sure. I mean, but we did have a fucking phenomenal Saturday. If you want to get into that.
Oh, dude, yeah. Let me give you the details of this. So Savannah and I went to Chicago this weekend with my roommate, and his girlfriend lives there. So, and they had some wedding stuff going on, and he was already driving. I said, hey, I'll tag along, come see the boy. So that's what we did. We jumped in the car Thursday and headed over. We did some cute touristy stuff on Friday while Mikey was at work. Savannah and I did the river tour to see all the buildings, which was incredible. We went to Navy Pier, underwhelming. Navy Pier stinks.
Yeah, it does.
I'm willing to die on that hill. And Mike called it. I was literally getting in the Uber as we're leaving Navy Pier, and he goes, "So Navy Pier, pretty underwhelming." And I was like, I was still off the high. Like me and Savannah just had some like margaritas. And it was just like a good day so far. So I was still kind of rolling on the good day. I didn't even have time to process it. And then I texted back. I was like, yeah, Navy Pier actually, I'm out on Navy Pier. Navy Pier stinks. There's nothing cool over there.
Yeah.
I was expecting, for anybody that's never been there, I'm probably the last person because there were 14 million people on this pier. I was expecting an Atlantic City type of vibe where it's like a boardwalk. I was thinking Rocket Power.
Yeah, like the
vendors on
Jersey
each
Shore
side.
or something.
Yeah, the Jersey Shore. Like, yeah, I was thinking like, all right, I'm gonna be able to like shoot, like throw skee ball, win a bear, get on this Ferris wheel, like all kinds of stuff. There's none of that. There's a fucking there's a jail, there's like a courthouse, there's a fucking theater, like there's a grocery store. This ain't a pier. This is just another street in Chicago, essentially. And they call it Navy Pier. It was, don't get me wrong, like it was cool to be on it and like kind of see that view of the city. But the pier itself, outside of Dippin' Dots and a good marg, shout out Jimmy Buffett, ain't much there for me, dog. Ain't much there for me.
Nah.
But that was Friday, so that was cool. We got to do some tour stuff. But then Saturday, the fun begins. So never been to Wrigley. We wanted to dial that up. We go and we have some bottomless margs or bottomless mimosas to start the day off, which is always dangerous.
Oh yeah, I was hammered by the time we left there. It was like 1:00.
Oh, big time.
I was so drunk.
Big time. Stayed there entirely too long. That was our fault, but it ended up working out because the game got delayed.
Yeah.
So we got over to Wrigley. It was like raining a little bit once the second that we walked inside Wrigley, and which was nice. We didn't get wet at all at the beginning. And then the game started 20 minutes later, and this place is everything that I hoped it would be and more. I'm a stadium guy. I love stadiums. I love arenas. Walking in, like taking that first breath of like whatever the fuck it is. When you walk into Ford Field, it smells like football in there. And I love that. When you walk into Wrigley, it smells like baseball. And it is beautiful. And I think my favorite part about it, and Savannah said this to me right away when we sat down in the bleachers in the outfield. She's like, it just feels so much closer. Like everybody's so much closer than at Comerica. Like Comerica feels so much bigger. And I totally agree. Like it felt like everybody was right on top of each other. Like it felt like such like a community kind of feel. It was a neighborhood feel. Like it wasn't like you're, in the 300 level of Comerica where you could barely see what the players look like. Like everybody was right on top of each other. It was so tight, but, and what a time, what a day, beautiful day. And it ended up raining on us a little bit, which I think made it better. In my personal opinion,
it was great.
Everybody gets together when everybody's a little bit wet. So 12 out of 10 experience. If I could pinch a tent in there and live in there, I would do it. That's how I feel about Wrigley Field.
Fuck yeah.
Thoughts?
Dude, my bad. I'm sorry. I'm a little out of it. Yeah, and the next time what we'll do, if you ever come along, we'll go sit in my seats and stuff. You kind of see it from a different angle too. But yeah, I mean, like, it's just so like, and they won against the Cardinals. Like Cardinals Saturday game, Saturday 120 at Wrigley against the Cardinals. Like, it's just, that's like the epitome of Cubs baseball. You know what I mean? It's like, it was just the perfect situation. They won. They rallied back. Like
8-6 too. Bunch of runs scored. Like an exciting game to watch.
Yeah, it was just a good game. First of all, Michael Fulmer started. So we went into it thinking, all right, well, we're going to let up 100 runs. But,
and we were right for a second.
First pitch of the game, home run for the Cardinals. Like,
first
pitch
of the game, Jack.
Yeah.
And Mikey and I are shit talking Michael Fulmer the entire like way there. We're like, this guy stinks. He's gonna get shelled. Sure enough, first pitch he throws, dinger. And we're like, well, we're gonna get fucking murdered today. We better start drinking.
And it wasn't just a in the basket dinger. It was a fucking moonshot. Thing went over
Yep.
our heads, and we were in the middle of the bleachers.
Like, he whispered to the batter what he was throwing.
Yeah.
It was that kind of confident first swing, and it was gone. And we were
Yeah.
like, shit. And
Yeah, it
then
was
Fulmer got
beautiful.
pulled almost immediately after that.
Yeah, just a
So,
great,
but
just a great place.
yep,
I
it was
mean,
cool.
how do you, as a pitcher, that's just got to absolutely shake you. You've thrown
Yeah.
one pitch today,
Yeah, it's a rough look.
and you couldn't even get her done.
No.
Yeah, you didn't. I mean, yeah, he.
How fast did
Fulmer,
they actually pull him?
It was like
I think it was
inning
second
and a
inning.
third. Yeah, it was like
Yeah,
4 outs.
God.
yeah.
So,
He like almost loaded up the bases in the second inning. And they're like, you got to get the fuck out of here.
Today's not your day, buddy. It's
Yeah. Fulmer
maybe
should have been
Sunday.
up in the bleachers with us, adding to the cup snake, not down there throwing. He was
Yeah.
useless down there. Yeah, it was cool. It was and then we did bar hopping after, and the bars in Wrigleyville are incredible. I don't think we went to a boring bar all night.
No, I don't think we did either. We went to a couple good ones too. Even like when we went to like that HVAC place, and it was kind of like the dark upstairs and all that shit. Even
Yeah.
that was fun, and I was just chilling. I was so just content with not moving, and like I don't even think I had a drink at that place because I was just fucked up, and I'm just like, this
They're
is
playing great tunes too.
Yeah, it was great. I was like, this is fucking great.
We did so we did HVAC. We didn't we eat at Murphy's? Is that where we ate?
Yeah.
Ate at
Yes.
Murphy's. Then we did obviously we did Sluggers at the end of the night.
We did Moe's Cantina, which is cool. We were up on the rooftop. And we
Oh
were
yeah,
down
that place was
low.
cool. Hey, fuck those guys though. Because
Yeah.
those guys closed at 9:30, which is the most
Yeah.
absurd thing ever for how cool that bar was.
Well, I think they just closed the upstairs. I don't think they closed the downstairs, did they?
Oh.
Yeah, I think we
Well,
were
the
able
upstairs is badass.
Well, exactly, and that's the thing. It's like, I mean, who wants to just sit downstairs down there, you know? Like, fuck that.
yeah.
But
Yeah, it was like a giant rooftop, and it was basically like 90% cabanas all the way around the whole outside, and you could just kind of sit wherever. It was cool as fuck.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
nice.
Great time. Savannah and I stayed at Sluggers a bit too long, but we were having too much fun. We had to stay
Dude,
out. We closed it down.
I came when we got home, I must have thought there was an air mattress on the floor, but I guess I just I face planted on the hardwood floor and just slept on the hardwood the whole night. And I woke up, no socks on, don't know. I was like, I don't know where anything's at. I'm like, what the fuck? They're like, yeah, dude, you usually just pass out on the floor and we're done. I was like, I was tired and I was very intoxicated. So
Last 2 times I've been with you, hardwood floor and porch.
outside,
You've slept on. Yeah. So, I mean,
hey man, you get the best of me. I'm 30.
shout out to we need Serta Mattress or somebody as the main sponsor.
Fucking what's the one
Get
that all
Mikey
the
a place to sleep.
Yeah, for real though. But great time, great weekend. I would like to do it again sooner than later, maybe before the summer has ended. But yeah, I mean, how fuck are you doing after all that? I mean, just big chilling.
Wait.
Go ahead, Jack.
What?
I just realized that's one of those things as a rich person you could spend money on. Because you're always like, well, what the fuck? Like, you make $100 million a year. What do you spend that on? Pay somebody to follow you around when you're drunk. And then when you go to bed, they throw a mattress down.
That would be sick.
Then you got to hang out with them the whole night, though. That sucks.
No. You make $100 million a year. You could pay him to go fuck off
All
till you
right.
need him.
And he
Jack.
shows up. I picture like the air mattress in one of the over the shoulder bags. I want him
Yes.
showing up. Okay, Mike, here's your mattress tonight. And then he
Yep,
puts
no,
it
but
down,
he blows it up as well. Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah, I don't
What
know.
a guy. If you'd like to be
But-
Mike's mattress guy, send resumes into Fair Enough Podcast.
I don't know why Bob gave him an accent, though.
I was wondering the same thing. I was not going to say anything about it, but I was like, all right, dude, Bob's out here.
I don't even know what that. I'd like him to be like an English guy. I think that'd be kind of funny. There you go, Mike.
Hey, yo,
Go
what?
ahead and just lay your little head down there, Mike.
You sound more like an Australian right there, bud.
Yeah, I'll take either one of them.
It is, Michael.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is, Michael. Oh, he's a
Besties,
big one.
Oh, shit. Speaking of big
All right.
ones,
Hit me.
So I think I'm just gonna, cause I just have so many. I just am so hard headed. Not really, but I just think about a lot of things, and I'm like, God, I hate this, and I'm gonna stay with it for a little bit. Um, so this is hard stance number 2 in 2 weeks. I'm
Okay.
out on the tricycle motorcycles, all the
Dude,
way out.
we were just talking about this on the way home from Chicago.
Really?
Yes, I said the same thing. I said, why do people buy these things?
Unreal. I, anything that has 3 wheels, even though fucking crate like the bigger ones that kind of look like the little Batmobile fucking ones with the wheels in the front, out on all of it. Get a convertible.
Yep. No, I agree. And for whatever reason, I brought this up because there's an influx of the tricycles in Chicago for some reason,
Mm-hmm.
like all over the highway.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. People are too pussy to actually ride a motorcycle, but they want. It's like, dude, get a Jeep
I was
Wrangler or a convertible. Figure it out.
I was just gonna ask, who's their target market? Who are
I
they
would say,
selling? Like, who's buying these people who are too old to like balance a bike? If you're
It
that old, I don't want you on a trike either.
it's definitely old people. Jack, do me a favor and look up the price point on one of these tricycles really quick. It's definitely old people, but old people ride bikes and have always ridden bikes.
yeah,
And there's no way this is like the people that got in an accident on a bike crowd, because not that those are like few and far between, but they're not as prevalent as the fucking amount of tricycles that are on the road. So I really don't understand. Like, my thought is maybe it's like an affordable thing.
yeah. I don't know though.
Harley has a couple three-wheeled motorcycles, and they range from 15 to 30 grand. So
So
it's
they're
not a cheap thing.
same price as a regular
Right.
motorcycle
Exactly.
or
Yeah,
more.
or a car. I mean, what the fuck? My
Right,
car is
yes.
less than 30 grand. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and I love my car, but it's like I just don't understand. Like, you just people just need to know that they don't look cool on them. And if they're fucking fuel efficient and it's nice to ride in the summer, more power to you. You know, you're being probably smarter. You're being a little safer than an actual motorcycle, but you're still kind of living on the edge. But
Mm-hmm.
just know that everyone, it's like that South Park episode, all right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, we need to change some words around in the dictionary type of thing, because that's how that is. It's like, you are the
Yes.
worst.
Yes.
And don't think you're like cool. That's all I gotta say. You can't do shit that people do on a motorcycle because you can't fit between cars. So you're just chilling in traffic like the rest of us, looking like an asshole. So
Until somebody double backflips one of those things, I'm out on them. If you get a double backflip done on one, I'll be here for it.
dude, you know what?
Fair
I'm
enough
with you
stamp
on
of
that.
approval.
Yep, that's a stamp of approval. Speaking of double
And it
backflips, go ahead.
can't be Travis Pastrana either.
No, it's got to be a
It's got
fucking
to be a
civilian.
person.
Yeah,
I want a person that would buy one to double backflip it. Then I'm back.
exactly. Yeah. So speaking of double backflips, I've gone down an X Games type rabbit hole the last day or two. These people are doing crazy shit on the motocross and the bicycles.
Oh yeah, the
Un-
BMX shit's out of this world.
Out of this world, dude. And I don't know how people don't die doing that shit, because it is fucking insane how high and vulnerable they put themselves out there. I fucking love it. That's a rabbit hole I do like right now.
It's so funny that you say that. Literally 20 minutes before we got on here, I was on X Games Instagram page because I was watching the guy that won the BMX gold this last weekend, and he was doing some crazy shit where he like rode out of the bowl up onto the super high beam that they had that was like skinny, and then fucking
Yeah.
like backs off the beam basically, like can't see where he's landing and fucking sticks it. It's like, dude, it's like 20 feet in the air what he just did.
And it's like, dude, like, especially when they like turn the bike or they take their feet off the pedals. How do you find the pedals so easily? Like, I just don't get it. Like, that's like,
They
I
don't
don't
even
know.
have the fear of not getting to the pedals. Like,
For
they
real.
just know, they just feel it every time.
Have you
Which
ever
is
like
crazy to me.
have you ever like gone, not necessarily gone off like a jump, but like gone down like a steep hill, or like gone up something, you got a little bit of air, and then you land on the seat, back on the seat, and don't hit the pedals, and it feels like you just
Dude.
got fucking inside of you?
Dude,
Like,
the all of the air comes out of your body when that
that's
happens.
what I'm saying. They're doing it from 50 feet in the air, man. It's like, how, dude? Like,
Are you fucking bash your knee on one of the pedals when you're coming back
or
down?
your
Oh
shin.
my god, dude.
Oh,
Oh, the shin, the bottom of the shin right on the metal pedal, like on a
Yeah.
Huffy.
Dude, not having it.
Wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
No, never again.
If
Shit.
put that in, we need to make a list of like obscure tortures. Put that near the top.
Yeah. Like everyone's all about like the scooter to the fucking ankle. Nah. We
Mhm.
want the metal pedal to the fucking shin /
The
knee.
metal pedal with the grips on it, so that when you slide your shin across it, it just fucking tears
rips
you apart.
you up. Oof.
And the pain of actually hitting it. Brutal.
Yeah. Very,
I got
funny.
something I want to talk about.
I love that. Let's go.
By the way, at the end of today, if you're listening still, thanks. if you're still here 20 whole minutes in, we're going to talk about the USA Today came out with the schedule projections for the NFL. We'll talk about that at the end. So, an undisclosed human that I will not out is talking to a person on Hinge right now that almost, or maybe, I don't know if they've actually typed a message out, almost or maybe exclusively, this is a girl, uses the voice message on Hinge. Like, the person, like, sent them the first message, obviously, the guy did, and then she didn't even come back with, like, just text, hey. She came back immediately with the voice message.
Wow.
Is that crazy? Have you come across this?
I have, about a year, maybe a year ago or so, I had a girl who didn't last very long, but she didn't do it on the app. It was like we got off the app fairly quickly, just say fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
But through text message, it was text messaging, not even like Snapchats, like Snapchat videos. It was text messaging. Damn near all of her messages were like that, and I was like, "Am I supposed to send one of these back?" Like I don't know what to do, cause what the fuck are you doing?
Was she a busy job person? Like that? Like this is where I don't understand why these people like this so much.
I'm a huge fan of this.
All right.
If you send me some sort of voice, if you're a vocal Hinge date, I'm not upset about that.
No, and
dude.
I think it could definitely play.
Yeah.
But you got to be pretty damn cool.
You got to be cool with it. That's the thing. Don't
That'd-
piss me off.
Yeah.
Sending me voice notes. Don't do that.
This
It'd be
is
like
the
you
thing.
going up to date in like Crocs and a cowboy hat. Like they'd have to be like, this guy better be pretty fucking sweet. If,
Yeah.
like a clown showing up here, you know?
So
you better. Yeah.
You like it when it, like, so say you text something out, hey, how you doing?
Mhm.
What are you doing after work, or how's work, or something like that, and then they voice message you how the answer to that question. You like that? You Kirk Cousins?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. Why not?
Okay.
Bro, texting is hard to fucking read, especially like the first few. You don't know. Okay, literally texts are easy to read.
You're saying tone. You're saying tone.
Tone.
Reading
Yeah.
tone.
Tone.
Like you don't know if somebody's like, hey, or like, hey.
First of all, yes, you do. That's called punctuation. This is how we use the English language. Secondly,
no, but people don't use correct punctuation.
Well, then you leave them because they're not smart. You got to have people using the correct punctuation. Simple.
That's
then guess what? The more exclamation points, the louder they're being.
Dude, see, and I like a loud person. So if you transcend text loudness and go straight into the voice,
my thing is though, okay, definitely I just feel like there's pressure to send one back when you do that. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Why do you not want to? Are you scared?
It's called a phone call, baby. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Just call then.
Yeah, but you're not going to call somebody you just met on Hinge.
Just like you're not going to voice text somebody you just met on Hinge.
There you go. Jeff
you know what?
there's
I've
one
been lawyered.
there's one
I have
reason.
been
There's one
lawyered.
reason to ever do that. It's for one. We'll usually do this on Snapchat. You just send a video of yourself talking, because people want to make sure you're fucking real, and also you want them to hear your voice at least once before you go on a date. So I always try to at least make a phone call or send a video before I ever went on a date with a girl, just so they know how I sound and I know they don't sound. Because one time back in Michigan, I ended up going to a girl's house who had an A5 fucking stutter, which that's okay. But when I got there, I wasn't expecting this.
Right.
And it was that. And I was like, holy fuck, I wasn't expecting that, which that's cool. And I'm very okay with that. One of my good friends has a really bad stutter. No judgment. I don't make fun of that kind of shit. But
she's
like,
got to let the cat out of the bag.
Yeah, exactly. You got to let the cat out of the bag a little bit.
Well, and here's the thing: is that something that you're supposed to mention? Like, do you mention that to everybody that you're about to meet?
Well, Jack, luckily, we had a great man by the name of Jerry Seinfeld already explain this whole thing for us, because he went, Jerry Seinfeld. I bit the side of my tongue on Sunday, and I have had trouble speaking bad this week. Not that I'm a good speaker in general, but I've been slurring everything. But anyways,
that shit's
Jerry goes out on a date with a girl that he meets over the phone, and her name is Donna Chang, and he's excited because he's never been out with an Asian girl. And then he gets to the date, and she's white, and he's pissed.
Right.
Because she was supposed to be Donna Chang. His first date with the Pacific Rim is what he says. And he doesn't get that.
Right, but not disclosing, if your last name is Chang and you're not Asian, I don't think it's your responsibility to tell people that you're not Asian.
Yeah, it also say the same thing about the stutter.
Well,
the stutter is different than not being Asian.
Yeah, 100%. That's straight up. Like, also too, the fucked up part to bring back.
Like, she stuttered and she wasn't Asian.
That's true.
Bullshit.
But so like the fucked up part is that she said she hadn't had it her whole life. She said like 3 years previous she got in a really bad car accident, hit her head, and then she developed a stutter.
Damn.
So like,
God.
it's just like not that anyone's gonna be like, well, why do you stutter? But it's like, if it ever comes up, it's like, hey,
do that.
I'll give her credit. She like right off the rip, like talked about it without me fucking asking. But I wish she would have just called me and been like, hey, you know what I mean? So,
going straight down.
But I do think that, hold on, I gotta keep it rolling. I'm sorry, dude. You gotta just let me talk. The fucking Hinge thing, I do like somebody that puts like the voice prompt where it's like, oh, you pronounce my name as, fucking Jasmine, or you know, what's a red flag, and they say it. Like, I do like when they do that shit, because once again, it's putting yourself out there. You're letting me hear your voice, but I don't need you fucking, just call me if you're gonna voice text.
I can't get it out of my head like Jack being like, yeah, dude, I just can't. Sometimes I just can't make it through sentences, so I just need I just need him to talk to me. I can't read this shit. This is crazy. But yeah, I think it's okay to do this. And I mean, answering the first thing with a voice message is a crazy person move. It's a crazy person move. But yes, I agree. I think the voice prompt is genius, because I did the same thing with Savannah. I literally told her, I was like, I'm worried about what you sound like.
It's a real thing.
Like, I
man.
don't, like, I just, not that it would even change anything. It was just more so like fear of the unknown, I guess. And she wanted to hear what I sounded like too.
Of course.
So,
but we have the ultimate scapegoat. Not that it matters for you, but I can be like, hey, go on YouTube. You can hear me talk for hours, and you probably start hating me.
And that's what I did. And that's why, like, the day before our first date, I was like, you know what I sound like now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're well versed. Let me give you a ring here.
Dude, I never even thought about that, but you guys have 77 hours of your, after this, 78 hours of your voice on this fucking
I know.
internet.
It really is.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's a lot. It will all be deleted someday. We'll wipe fair enough from the face of the earth. So the lucky people that are here now that made it past 20 minutes.
Listen,
one of the few, the proud.
I don't care if this thing dies out tomorrow. I'm actually, I don't know why I'm bringing this up, but I'm actually gonna start getting a leg sleeve done on my left leg, and there will be an FE somewhere on my body. It'll be small. I don't give a
Yeah.
fuck though, because this has been 77 or 78 of my favorite fucking hours ever. So it'll be
True.
on my goddamn body.
Kristen Bell and Dax Shepard are letting their kids crush O'Douls. Thoughts?
I didn't know that. That's awesome.
They're 10 and 11. They're two little girls.
I think that's awesome. Surprising that they like it though, or maybe they're just doing it to be cool, or because that's crazy.
So here's a little bit of the backstory. Jack, do you know what an O'Doul's is? For anybody that doesn't know what an O'Doul's is,
It's a shitty beer.
It's an NA
it's not a beer. It's a non-alcoholic beer. It's the funniest of all the non-alcoholic beers by far.
Yeah.
Because it's not Bush NA. It's not like it's fucking O'Doul's. Like they got their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Dax Shepard, if you don't know who that is, he's been in a million different movies. Without a Paddle.
I mean, anything.
The other ones he's in.
He's in 1,000 movies and shows.
So I guess he stopped drinking like a bunch of years ago. So he would drink O'Doul's because he still liked the taste of beer. And when his daughters were little, they would see him drinking the O'Doul's, and he'd be like, "Yeah, you can fucking have a drink. Like that's fine." So they just like developed a taste for it. And now I guess Kristen Bell was like, sometimes we go to restaurants and they'll ask for it, and we'll have to be like, no, like that's an at-home thing because people look at us like, all right, we just like pound beers with our 10-year-old kids. But
well,
I think it's kind of cool.
I don't think in a restaurant or a bar you'd be able to get one as a child because there's still technically like 0.0001% alcohol in it. So I don't know if you'd be able to get it, but I think it's kind of cool too, honestly. I don't love the taste of beer like that, but it's like, fuck it, like, whatever.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I don't drink beer to just like be like, oh damn,
this
like,
is good.
Obviously when you drink a beer like and you really want one, you're like, oh, this is great, like this is really refreshing. But you're not drinking it. Yeah, you're not like, oh, I'm craving a beer because it tastes good, like a fucking cheesy gordita crunch.
Yeah, exactly. I agree 100%.
Do you think, and I think like this would be something that people and parents would be concerned about, do you think that opens up a dangerous door for them? Or are you on the other side where it's like they've tried this now, and now that they're like kind of, it's just like, it's okay. I'm not fiending to go get a 30-pack, and I'm like not, I'm not trying to get in trouble now because I've experienced beer. I'm good.
I don't I don't think it necessarily opens up the door, especially with nowadays with all the White Claws and the seltzers and the way that beer's kind of almost getting, unless you're super crunchy, like you don't even that's not the first thing you drink nowadays. You know what I mean? You're drinking a fucking Smirnoff Ice or something, something like that. In the
but
world,
you don't think they'll go and get like they'll try to underage drink now because they've had a couple of O'Doul's?
What I don't know. I don't think it will deter them, just because once you start seeing, you get a little older, and it's like, you're okay, dad's drinking O'Doul's and he's not fucked up, but like when you watch movies and videos and you see other people that are fucked up, there's still like that. I would assume there's that, like, that I don't know, whatever is gonna come to you, be like, I want to know the feeling too. Like I don't mind the taste, I don't hate the taste, whatever, but I want to know what that feeling was that made dad stop drinking, or I want to know what that feeling was that makes it look so fun, to go to Wrigley and drink vodka sodas with your shirt off. You know what I mean? Like it's
Right.
It's just like one of those things. I feel like that feeling concept will play into where it's just like, hey, if you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it. It's all about who you hang out with and where your head's at, and your parents.
I think that's true. I think a lot of it is like just kind of the crowd that you surround yourself with when it comes to like the underage drinking thing. Like if people you're around are drinking, then, and obviously some are worse than others,
Of course.
but I think letting that shit slide a little bit more when kids are younger really helps them when they go off on their own and get to college. And then
I agree.
I'm a big believer in that.
I agree 1,000%, because I think it's like you know, it's like, okay, this is a long game. You know what I mean? Regardless of like what you're doing, it's like this shit ain't, you know. But when people are 21 and they first start drinking, and then all of a sudden they're getting DUIs and they're fucking, you know, it's like they go straight dick deep in. It's
0 to 100.
yeah, and that never ends well. You know, you either end up dead or fucking pregnant or whatever. You know, something
Right.
stupid.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's cool, honestly.
I think that's cool too. And I like both of them as actors.
Yeah,
I love Dax
I
Shepard.
agree.
He's great. And Kristen Bell, like, she's been good, and I've liked her and everything that she's done. So,
Yeah.
all right. Anything else before we get into a little bit of a schedule game here? A little bit of NFL projections game? Or are we good?
Wait, yeah, I have a question for you guys.
Oh,
Hit
okay.
me.
So I watch the Almost Friday podcast all the time. I don't know if you guys have ever watched that.
Who is
Have
it?
you?
I've never watched it. No, I follow them on Instagram, though.
So
is
you
it?
know the guys.
Mm-hmm.
It's just these two dudes who do like skits and stuff like that, I guess is the
Do you have
best way to
names
describe
of
them.
these people?
You've seen
No,
them
I
on
actually
TikTok, Mike.
I don't know their names, but yeah, you've seen them on TikTok for sure. You've seen them on Instagram probably.
Okay.
They just make funny ass videos and they have a hilarious podcast. But anyways, they come into every pod with characters. Like they each do a few characters. Like they'll set up a scene. You know, they'll be like,
yeah, I know these guys.
yeah, my name's Chris
Mhm.
Williamsworth, and we're on like my estate, and you're my butler who just like threw eggs at the kitchen or some shit, you know,
Yeah.
and then they'll just like go into it.
Yeah.
And I think it's fucking hilarious. And sometimes when I'm watching them, I'm like, I wonder how good Bob and Mike would be at this shit. Do you guys think that you could nail one of those, or do you think you'd be bad at it?
I think we could. I don't know. I'd be really interested to see how Mike could do with that.
So my thing is, are you and then I'm a character, or are we
No,
both
we're
characters?
both characters.
No, you're both in character.
That sounds tough because that's crazy. You know, what if there's nothing? I don't know. I think if you gave me a character, I could come close. I think I would be very middle of the pack at that.
We might have to. We'll run some trial runs someday. And then we'll see if
Like,
we can. And then we'll
in
see
person,
if we can.
maybe, because I can't do that
yeah.
over this.
And
And
then
it's not even like a can you do it or not thing. It's like are we both understanding what the circumstance is? Because like my buddies and I
how
do this
committed.
shit all the time.
Mhm.
Yeah, right. Like somebody will just start in an accent, and then
Yep.
you get like in an argument or something, and then you just know that you're like both at a bakery in Italy. You know, or some
right.
shit,
Yes.
you know,
You set the scene.
right.
You
I've
got to be
never done
committed to
that.
the role.
Never done that.
Okay.
But, I
We'll
mean,
get into acting for you guys.
yeah.
You had something, Mike, or you're good?
Well, I was gonna bring up a football field that I saw. Did you see that black football field?
Yeah.
What do we think of that?
People aren't happy about it. It's in upstate New York.
Mhm.
So everybody bitching about the heat. It's like,
That's what I said.
yeah, it's hot, but it's not. We're not in Texas. Like
Yeah.
they'll be good. Okay, I
Yeah.
promise that they'll be good. They'll be fine. The second that September hits, it's gonna be cold as shit there. So who gives a
Yeah.
fuck? They're sweating in August a little bit more, I guess. Maybe. Do they even practice there? Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe that's not the practice field. Like we didn't practice on our game field in high school, so like,
Yeah. We're talking about
but I think it was
college.
like, yeah, it was like a D3 college, so there's no
Yeah.
way that they're practicing on on the game field. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's sick. I think do whatever the fuck you want with your field.
I agree. I thought it was sick too, man. I think everyone, if you have turf, fucking have fun with it, dude.
Yeah, do something cool. Like obviously, it gets to a point where like if there's too many, it's gimmicky. But I still don't think that we're at the point where there's too many. Whenever I see a field that's like off colored, I lock in.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I agree.
okay, this is kind of sweet.
Yeah.
you know?
I agree 100%.
Like Eastern Washington, they have that red field.
Yeah. Sick as
That's
fuck.
bananas. Crazy.
That's
yeah.
so dope.
Bro, NCAA football 2014 playing at Boise State every game.
Yeah.
Oh,
exactly.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
1000%.
Playing NC Dubs and yeah, you like being able to play games at Boise was sick. Throw Boise in your conference whenever you're doing like a dynasty thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yep. I'm here for it. I'm all
Love that.
aboard on any color you want to do. I think a yellow and black field. Would
I
be
was gonna
kinda
say
sick.
I
I'm gonna
think
be out
yellow
on
would be
that.
dope, but I didn't
I
want
think
to.
yellow
I
would
didn't
be
want to.
dope.
Yeah.
I think a black and yellow field. Maybe Steelers look into that. Okay. Let's do. So this comes out every year. USA Today comes out with NFL record projections every year, and they are notably goofy every year. Like there's something that everybody points to and says, "What the fuck's going on here? What are you doing, USA Today?" And I think that's why it stays as relevant as it does. And obviously, USA Today, pretty much the largest publication. But so let's take a look at the NFC North quick.
Okay.
Glaring at the top. And
Okay.
nerve-wracking at the top. Sit the Detroit Lions at 11-6. And then a very weird choice by whoever creates these projections to make all three other NFC North participants go 7-10. That would be wild.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't see us winning the division by that wide of a margin. Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree. I don't think so. I think the Vikings. Well, I don't know. I could see
What do
them
you think
going
about the Bears
11-6
that
though.
Yeah, I could see the Lions going 11-6. I just don't think like a 4-game separation. And shout out the Bears. I got Bears finishing 2 in the division.
I mean,
Kinda
I
sick.
think the Bears could do that. That's genuine.
I think they could too.
Yeah, I think because our strength of schedule is kind of shitty again. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So I think that's very doable, especially because the NFC kind of stinks.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, very top heavy, and it's
Yep.
barely even that.
It's not even. I mean, look through the rest of the NFC. There, you got that NFC South is absolutely atrocious. They got the winner as the Saints going 9-8, and then they got the Falcons as the wild card team, also going 9-8.
So they got 4 teams with 10 wins. The fucking AFC has 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fucking teams with 10 wins. Like, I don't know how that's gonna happen, but that's accurate in terms of the strength of fucking everything,
For sure. Anything you see on here that you're like, whoa, wait a minute. There's a couple that stand out to me.
Dude, the AFC West is fucking dumb.
Okay.
I mean, how is that?
I agree. Proceed.
I think 11-6 is bananas. It should be.
Yep.
I think they should be at least 13-4, and I think maybe 14-3. No bullshit.
This is the Chiefs we're talking about, by the way.
Yeah, unless I don't know what their schedule looks like, but I don't really care. That's the thing. Unless they're playing the Bengals 4 times, I don't really care.
Yep.
First of all, I didn't even see the fucking Browns at 10-7.
That was one of the most glaring ones to me. But let's stay on AFC West.
Okay.
Broncos under the Chiefs at 10-7.
10-7. Where? How and why? Did they sign somebody? Did they sign somebody big?
They got Sean Payton. That's it.
I mean, that is a lot, but 10-7 with the Chargers going 7-10, like the Chargers were in the playoffs last year, dude, in a better division.
And how the fuck are they going to regress?
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand this.
And how, unless, like you said, the Broncos added some, like, did they add 2011 Julio Jones? Like, why is this offense all of a sudden going to score points? Convince me. I watched them so many times last year on those primetime games that they were in every single week, and everybody's fucking eyes bled. Russell Wilson couldn't do anything. Not that I don't want to see that Broncos team succeed, because I think that would be kind of cool if they did. Not that I'm like a Broncos guy, but it's just one of those teams, like Jack said the other day, where it's like, if they're good, I don't really give a shit.
Yeah.
Chargers, though, I'm a Herbert guy. And I'd like to see them like make the next step. And going 7-10 is just, there's no fucking way. There's no way. There's no way they're regressing like that.
So my question is, do the wins and losses add up on this thing? Because I swear to God, there's a lot of wins in the AFC that I just don't know where they're all going to come. Like, I'm so confused.
It's basically the 3-14 Raiders and the 2-15 Cardinals that are taking the brunt of this thing.
Yeah, I don't
Everybody
know,
else
man.
has like a decent win total.
Yeah, uh,
But yeah,
the
let's go.
AFC is insane.
Let's go AFC North.
Okay.
Bengals 12-5. Totally can see that. I think
Mhm.
that's like. I think that might even be like bottom. Like that's
Yeah.
the basement for them. 12-5.
I think that's about as accurate as it can get. I honestly think that will be their record.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Ravens 11-6. I'm not aboard. I'm not aboard this train like this thing's gonna work yet.
Yeah.
I think that they just kind of had such a weird disaster these last couple years, and we're all waiting on Lamar to maybe get hurt again. You know,
Yeah.
and then
I've been
backup
a
Lamar.
I've been a believer in the Ravens, and with Lamar, they're very not bad. It's just
Mm-hmm.
can he stay on the field and all that shit? Because they did add a lot on offense, though, dude. They added a lot.
OBJ,
I
obviously,
think
like they got J.K. Dobbins healthy.
they drafted a
Rashad
receiver
Bateman.
with like the fucking 8th or whatever. I think they drafted a receiver, so they got like 2 really good receivers right now.
So Bengals
I don't know.
12-5, Ravens at 11-6. Doable for the Ravens, but I think we're a big time on a wait, and we'll wait and see kind of thing with the
Yeah.
Ravens. This one's kind of surprising. Third in the division, tied with the Ravens. They have the Steelers going 11-6.
I mean, Pickett went what, like 5-1 to end the year or some shit, and they have like the arguably top 3 best defensive player in the league. I can see it.
Mm-hmm. Got to bank on George Pickens kind of having a breakout year. I mean, he had a solid rookie year last year. They just didn't get to use him much.
Yeah.
If him and Deontay Johnson can kind of be those main guys for
They got
for Pickett.
yeah.
And then Najee, dude. Najee had a way down year last year compared to his rookie year, so it'd be
But
interesting to
I
see
also
how
think
he
that
plays
was
too.
all based on the fact that they tried the Mitch thing, they tried the Pickett
Mm.
thing, they tried the fucking Mason Rudolph thing. It just kind of was like never gonna be good. So I don't know. It was hard for him to do well.
They didn't really know what they were going to look like last year. And I
outbound,
think
for sure.
now you're right. There's real continuity going into training camp this year for them. And then the most bananas one of them all. They got the Browns sitting in the basement of the AFC North, not with a 6-11 record like you may think. They got everybody in the AFC North well above 500, and they got the Browns at 10-7.
Yeah, just don't get it. Where are all these losses coming from? You know what I mean? Like, there's
Right.
no. There's someone's got to lose somewhere. I feel like, and I don't believe it. I think this is fucking silly in that division, especially.
I understand. Like, I mean, the North, you could go ahead and say kind of is maybe the biggest unknown between Ravens, Steelers, Browns. Because Deshaun Watson is still Deshaun Watson. And, if he plays up to par, like last year, he just didn't have his legs under him for whatever reason. So,
I mean,
if he
he
comes
didn't play
out
a
this year full
season.
Exactly. So they were kind of in the same boat as the Steelers, where it was like, we got a couple different things going on. You just popped the necklace off?
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
So yeah, I mean that one's the AFC North is glaring. And then there's just a couple of bad divisions where I mean they're both the South. AFC South and NFC South are just going to be
dumpster.
Just horrible. I mean, the AFC South. I mean, holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Titans, Texans, and Colts are all going to be so bad. I hope the Colts are good. I would like to see Anthony Richardson pop off.
Yeah,
I think that'd be kind of fun.
I think that whole division though kind of has. So I mean, obviously T-Law is just chilling, but like the rest of that division has a lot of cool upside to look forward to, like with the rookies and shit. So like, but yeah, this shit's wild.
It is wild.
6 Sundays. What do you think is? Do you think that these winners, at least the division winners, are all accurate?
Yeah, I mean, this is what I would pick across the board. Division winners are Bills, Jags, Bengals, Chiefs, and the AFC. NFC division winners are Niners, Lions, Saints, Eagles. I think the biggest one that you could kind of go after is the Saints in the South,
Yeah.
but I think that's kind of an easy thing to say just
Yeah.
because that division is it's very even. I think the Bucks
Yeah.
going 5-12 is kind of crazy. Like I think they're going to be better than that. I think
They
the
don't
Panthers
have
are going to be the bottom.
anybody right now, do they, as a quarterback? Who's their quarterback?
Baker.
Oh, no, that guy fucking stinks. They might lose less than 5, honestly.
He stinks, but the team is still good. You know,
Yeah,
people
their
forget
defense
they
is
still have
pretty shitty.
Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. They still have all those pieces on their defense. They got Levante David back. Like they got
Yeah.
guys. They need a quarterback to play okay, and they'll sniff 500.
Oh, yeah, I guess, but I don't know. I don't think Baker's good enough to do that. You know
What do
I'm
you
actually
think? Any
I'm
sneaky dark horse to win
I
any of
think
these
this
divisions?
I think this Bills shit. I think the Bills have a regression, honestly. I hope the Jets win that fucking division, to be completely honest with you, because I don't think Josh Allen's that good. I said it.
No,
He's got no dog in him. He's got 3/4 of a dog in him, and then once it comes to fucking crunch time, that guy becomes a kitty cat
he
every
does.
goddamn time. And the Dolphins are fucking kind of a wagon if Tua's not dead.
Biggest question in the
I
league
mean,
this
yeah,
year.
no shit, but
Will Tua live?
I don't know. I think the Bills don't win that division, or at least if they do, we just kind of see that whole division underperform, and they win with like 11. Because I don't know why
Yeah,
I don't think the Bills are all that great. They're having drama with Stephon Diggs. I mean, Josh Allen clearly has no clutch in him. Like they're getting older. Like I don't know. I think they're not that good. But other than this, the rest of
I'm
it kind of looks the same. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm a Jets hater. I mean, I'm only a Jets hater because I hate Rodgers so much, and I don't want them to succeed.
It's just
Them,
hard to not think that they're going to be at least decent after what they did
I
last
know,
year with nobody at the fucking helm.
I know, and now he has some even. I mean, they have great chemistry already. It seems like him and Garrett Wilson were slinging the rock the other day at camp,
Yeah,
which is
he's
terrifying.
a dog.
And then he's got Alan Lizard,
Mhm.
so some continuity that he brings from Green Bay.
Yeah.
You're going to have Brees Hall that you're handing the ball off to in the backfield. And don't you forget, that guy's a fucking dog before he got hurt last
Stud.
year. So,
Absolutely.
and on the other side of the ball, you have one of the best players in the league, and he's not even 23 years old yet in Sauce. So,
yeah.
they're going to be good. I'm just interested to see, like, if it all comes together that quickly, because it's gotta be a
Well,
Rams
yeah.
type of situation where it's like a
100%.
Stafford gets there, they pop off, then they're good. Like that doesn't happen every time. So
No, for sure.
because fuck Aaron Rodgers, I hope it doesn't happen for the Jets, and I hope the Bills or the Dolphins kind of take that division.
Yeah. What's the Dolphins
God.
coach's name? Mike something? Mike Daniels?
Yep,
Or
Mike Daniels
is that right?
or yeah, it's either Mike Daniels or Mike McDaniel, one of those two.
Either way, I'm
He's a
kind of
nerd.
out on that guy.
You don't like the nerd, but you don't like the cool nerd thing?
No, I liked it at first, but it's
Mhm.
too cool. Like it's like if like fuck you, dude. Like I don't know. I'm out on him. He's a
Yeah.
decent coach, but I don't know. It's like shut up. That's all.
Yeah, but like I could draw plays for Waddle and Tyreek.
I mean, yeah, I agree.
Come on,
but
Mike.
I'm just saying.
That's it. Some news and notes.
What's
I
that?
started the podcast saying that I almost had a heart attack Monday morning. CJ Gardner Johnson goes down.
Oh yeah.
All the beat writers are writing about this thing like that's it. It's a wrap. Put the balls back in the bag, hang up the posts. This is it. We're done. Thank God the MRI somehow comes back negative and we are good to go. Boy was out there stretching today with the fellas. So I think he's going to be okay. But all the beat writers were saying that were at camp were saying not good. He was screaming pretty loud when he went down, noticeably like not okay when he got carted off. Like guys like Jared Goff, Penei Sewell, captains went over and talked to him. Never good. It's like that's just all the things that basically put you on your deathbed happened all within like 5 minutes. So to hear him come back and he's okay is going to be such an important piece to our defense this year, not only from a playmaking aspect, but from a voice in the locker room, a guy that was just in a Super Bowl, just a kind of a voice you want around and you want playing on the field. So great to have him back. And then there was one other thing that I was going to talk about. I don't fucking remember what it was. That's all I got.
That's enough for me,
Anything
man.
else?
I liked it. Yeah, always.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Good stuff, fellas.
All right, boys.
It just felt so good last week, ending on such a hard stance. We should have just waited for your hard stance. What was your hard stance again?
The tricycles.
Oh yeah, we're out on tricycles, dude. Fuck tricycles. Fuck a tricycle. All right, we love everybody. Episode 78 is a wrap. Next week is draft week, so hike up the boots, and we'll go drafting next week. We love everybody. We'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.